and welcome to Nano Yoga. Today's yoga class is a yin yoga class. It is based on the theme of vulnerability, something that is really hard for all of us, more so certain people than others. And this is based on the topic of another video that I have been starting. It's a series of conversations that I'd love for you to join in the comments and that hopefully also are relatable and resonate with you. And I kind of write them in my Substack as well. And this one is about the difficulty of making friends as an adult, and kind of hard to say that when you're an adult because you kind of think that you'll have it all together, and hopefully you are someone who's lucky and has a really good friend group around you, but for some of us that is not always the case. And this one is kind of one for you, and for one for you where perhaps your friends have let you down, or perhaps you've moved away from friends, or perhaps you just kind of feeling like you want some friends. That's pretty much the yoga sequence for you. It's a very chill, very easy yoga session that I made sure that anyone can do. So if you'd like to join me on the mat, and I'll see you in a second. So starting here in easy pose, you're going to bring both hands up above the knees, and then here you're going to relax the shoulders. I'm going to take 3 nice slow deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose again. 2 more exactly the same way, inhaling through the nose again and a nice deep exhale. Inhaling through the nose again. And a nice deep exhale here. And then when you're ready, we're just going to bring ourselves towards the actual length of the mat. What you're going to do here is bring the right knee out and then the left knee behind you. You're going to bring both hands in front of you. We're going to get straight into a pigeon pose. If this is really intense, you can stay here. We're not staying here for too long. And then here, you're going to exhale. And then if that feels comfortable, you're going to stay nice and low. And then if you need to kind of move your foot or move the hip a little bit, feel free to do so. And we'll be here for about another nice 10 slow breaths. And here I just want to introduce you the mantra, the sentence for this vulnerability themed yoga sequence. I am worthy of platonic love. And I added the platonic because I think that we are very much a society that tends to put a lot on love, relationship, romantic love, but doesn't really teach us about the importance of our friendships, which is platonic love. So again, the mantra, you're still in this pose, another few breaths, is I am worthy of platonic love. I've got about 30 more seconds here, so just holding that pose for a little bit longer, this pigeon pose. And then last breath here. And then bring both hands back out by your side. You're going to slowly bring yourself up. Bring the right hip down. And I'm going to do that on the other side. So left leg's coming forwards, right leg's coming behind you, Right hand down, left arm down. Right hip is coming a little bit forward, left hip a little bit back. If you're completely comfortable here, you can totally stay here. Otherwise, getting ready here to stay for about 2 minutes into this pose and then staying here. So here we're doing yin yoga, which is usually holding poses for a little bit longer, which seems at first, if you've never tried it before, very hard. But I feel like in this sort of world that we live in currently, where things are moving so fast, yin is actually the perfect yoga practice for someone who's busy, or not even if you're not busy. It's just such a good way to kind of really meditate while you're doing uncomfortable poses, but also learning that those things change, that we're never really just in that uncomfortable pose or that situation forever. And it's also very vulnerable to stay in one pose for a long time. I think we're not used to not moving. Let's just scrolling on our phones. So 1 more minute or so here. So really focusing on that breath in this pigeon pose on the left. And then while you're here, again, back to our theme of vulnerability. I am worthy of platonic love. We've got about 30 more seconds. Final breath here. And on your next inhale, bringing both hands down, you're going to slowly bring yourself up. You're going to bring the right foot forwards, right foot down, left foot down. Bring your bum a bit more towards your feet. And then slowly making your way down, lying down here, nice and comfy. And then here what we're going to do is going to be a bit more of a challenge. What we'll do is half the time on this one, and we'll just bring our hips up towards the sky. And then hips nice and high, hands by your side. We're going to stay here for a little while longer. So here you're kind of opening up that chest area, that heart, a very vulnerable part of our body. A little bit of strength. Not here for too much longer, just keep breathing. Squeeze the glutes a little bit more, hips a little bit higher. Staying here for another 30 seconds. And your final breath here, stay exactly where you are in your bridge pose. And then exhale, slowly bringing those hips down. And then here what we're going to do is bring both feet together. And then here, just let your knees go to the side. If you kind of want to have cushions and you're at home and you have that available just to support your knees, you can do so. Otherwise, let those knees hang to the side. Feet are together, knees out by the side. Hands can either be on top of the hips, or if you want to kind of get in touch with yourself a little bit more, or you're feeling really vulnerable, really kind of, sad, it's okay. Bring those hands on top of your heart. I'll be here for about another minute. last breath here. Nice deep inhale. And a nice deep exhale. Hand tuck the hands if they're on top of your heart. Bring them both knees in. Again, giving yourself a nice hug. Thanking yourself for taking the time out of your day for practicing yoga, for doing something that's good for you. And then bringing the right foot down and then the left foot down. I think a big fly just went past the window. And then both hands by your side, shoulders down. You are in Shavasana. We're not going to stay here for too long, but if you are, I'm so sorry about the noise of the giant fly outside. If you are feeling like you need a lot more Shavasana for a lot longer, there's a really lovely app, or if you have any sort of calm sort of timer, you're welcome to use it. Stay here for as long as you need. Otherwise, we'll stay here for about 3 breaths. And then slowly inhaling here. Again, bringing both knees in towards your chest. And then you're going to inhale, coming all the way back up. And then here, crossing those legs, hands out by your side. You're going to inhale, hands up above you. And then you're going to bring both hands out in front of your heart. And again, the mantra was, I am worthy of platonic love. Again, I'm sorry for the fly if you can hear it. I think it's a wasp. It's summer in Japan and it's very buggy. And very humid now. It is rainy season. So thank you so much for joining me today. Again, this was a vulnerability yoga sequence, a very quick yin. I hope it felt absolutely amazing. These are all themes that will be in my Feel Good course. It's really a course a bit like this, like it's a reference point for you to just come back to remind you that who you are, that you're already amazing, but it's just a way for you to kind of power back up and power yourself gently back when you're kind of getting into maybe a bit of a dark space. Obviously, it's not therapy, but which I would recommend, but it's really a course that is really close to my heart that I have thought of for ages. That fly's still out there. Won't leave me alone. And yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching this till the end. I know that takes a lot of effort and I'm so grateful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the notification button on, and also feel free to sign up to my newsletter. I also do Substack where I share lots of personal stories, relatable, inspiring, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. ありがとうございました。